there are so many things that are involved in why you might not know what your purpose is. And I know that a lot of people, there's a lot of conversation around your purpose, your why, your calling. And one of the things that I have realized about your purpose is that some people think that um, they can find their purpose, or the only way they can find their purpose is by looking at, doing, and maybe copying off of what they see other people do. One of the beautiful things about your purpose is that it is uniquely yours. It doesn't look like the purpose of anybody, even if it looks like the purpose of anybody. You have your own ingredient, you have your own way of talking, being, reacting, in integrating the information, the experiences that have happened in your life. They are unique to you. So even if you are doing what other people are doing, you are doing it in your own unique way. And so, one of the things that is so important in this process of finding your purpose, uncovering your purpose, really living in and living out your purpose is to do it the way that feels authentic for you. Because when you're able to do that, you are able to connect with people who are uniquely your tribe and who need to see it the way that you do it. And so there are a lot of coaches in the world, which is great because there are a lot of people in the world. One thing that I have learned about myself is that I am not the coach for everybody. I am the coach for the people who align with me, who are aligned with my purpose. And the same is for you. If you are selling something in the marketplace, there are going to be a specific group of people who want what you have, even if on the outside it might look like something that somebody else has in the marketplace. It is still very unique to you. And so, one of the ways that you can find your purpose is realizing that you and your purpose is unique to you. Releasing the unworthiness, the any unvalue that you have about your abilities and your capabilities. It is really about you stepping into who you were created to be. And I know that at times you may feel unsure, you may not know how to do it, but as you begin the process of releasing your unworthiness, you will find a level of confidence that is there. Now, I don't want to say that that is something that's easily done. I have been unlearning unworthiness for years. And as I continue to do that, there has been a level of confidence that has continued to rise. Ian Levinzet says that there's a learning and an unlearning. There is a unlearning and a learning because we have been the way that we are for a long time, for as long as we have been alive. And so if you are at the point where you're thinking, okay, I have some awareness on how I have been, and I want to make some new choices. There's a process in that. It's not like a light switch that flips on that you go from unworthy to worthy, where you go from people pleasing to living in your own light, where you go from being a perfectionist to moving through the world with authenticity. There's a process involved, and part of the process is giving yourself a break as you are learning to do the new thing. So one of the second things about how to find your purpose is realizing that there may have been a point in your life where you became what other people wanted you to be or what you thought they wanted you to be. So, a lot of us growing up, so for me, I went to college because I wanted to go to college and because I wanted to have a degree because my mom was not able to get her college degree. And so while the degree is great, I don't really know that I'm really using my degree. And so I spent a lot of time and money going through that process of getting a degree. When, as I think of it now, did I really want to get a degree? I'm not sure. And so part of finding your purpose is realizing that maybe there was an aspect of you that made decisions based off of what you thought other people thought you should be. And then after you get to that point, there's a space where you are like, okay, well, what do I want? What do I want to be when I grow up? What do I think is my purpose, my calling, my magic, my why? Why am I here? And so there's like this excavating that is done and also remembering. So you're remembering what you used to love to do, what you were good at, and you are excavating it to decide, is this still something that I want to do? If I wanted to be a teacher, like I wanted to be a teacher, can I go back and become a teacher? If I wanted to own my own business when I was younger, can I do that now? And the answer is yes. So there's this shift that happens because a lot of us, some of us, did what we needed to do to pay the bills. We needed to pay the bills, we needed to eat, we needed to have some place to stay. And so for some of us, it was easier to get a job than to maybe do something that we were passionate about. And so sometimes we may have dealt with people pleasing, perfectionism, and really performing in some way so that we could live. And one of the things that we may have to be curious about is shifting from performance to purpose, shifting from doing these things for money or trading our time for money to really stepping into something that we really love to do, that really lights us up and that really gives us joy. And so that is some of what it takes. Sometimes the hurdle that we are moving through is that we have this life that we thought we wanted, and now we realize that that's not the life that we wanted. So, how do we rebuild or recreate the life that we really want? Because some of us just did what was easy and or did what was simple. And so now we're at this process of, some of us have gone through a transition. Some of us have gone through an awakening. Some of us have gone through a situation where now we are in a place that we never thought we would be in. Maybe we are divorced and we never thought we would be divorced because we thought that we had found our person, our soulmate, the person who lit us up. And maybe that changed through a divorce, through death. But now we are by ourselves Maybe we're an empty nester because our kids have gone off to college. There's been a lot of people who have lost their jobs. And so, if you are at a place of transition that you've never been before, what do you do with that? What are you, what do you do with your life? And so, I believe that that is the perfect time for you to discover what your purpose is, for you to really get back to what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what is your truth, what is the problem that you were specifically created to solve. And so if you are wondering, what's my purpose? What what am I doing? What am I doing here? There are definitely some things that you can do. If you go to the my bio, there is a Stand Store link in there, and there are 30 journaling prompts that will help you start the process of discovering, rediscovering why you are here and what your purpose is. So I'm on this journey with you. Let's find out what your purpose is.